creators, YouTubers, what's going on? Welcome back into the channel. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. I never liked this angle. I can never get this type of thing exactly right, I'm afraid. But our backup phone is acting up, so I figured I'm down here getting a prescription. I might as well do some pond fishing. I don't know, I guess that looks okay. That looks a little better. Let me get my kernel quick on this. Going down and up. Welcome back in, my friends. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Like I said, we are down here on like a cool little pond down in Jefferson Lake. It's pretty clear. Yeah, our backup phone's messing up, so I have to do it like this. Not comfortable with this type of angle, but we'll get her done, folks. Got some worms, got a spinnerbait tied on. See if we can catch anything, folks. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it, my friends. Sorry I'm a little late on the feed. I'm usually on the feed by now. Yeah, we're just going to be casting around like a little stew string redworm, a bobber, and I've got a spinnerbait over there. Casting around the shoreline. It's about 90 degrees right now, folks. I've got this whole lake to myself. There ain't another person that's stopping in the entire lake right now. Yeah, you hook these little stew string redworms on here like this, you get a lot more bites. Took that worm once. They recently redid this lake, so you never know what they threw in here when they restocked. That's kind of the best angle I could get right now, folks. I'm going to be working around this lake, seeing what we can find. Seems to be some active, like panfish down here, some catfish, a couple decent sized bass around here. This lake seems to have finally filled all the way back up. It has been extremely low. We've been lacking in water this summer, so looks like it's finally filled back up. Yeah, this lake is Jefferson Lake. It's down on Forest Park. We're going to work a little bit down here towards this direction, and then we're going to, there's a bite. I saw that. Come on, hit it, buddy. I pecked it in, pecked that bobber back. Got him. First fish, folks. Our first fish of the day. Nice little long ear. Put a worm on and you're going to catch a few fish. That's our first fish of the day, folks. Number one. Gorgeous little long-eared sunfish. Look at that guy. That's beautiful. Yeah, our backup cell phone is acting wonky right now. I think it has something to do with being down at Barnes. It doesn't like the 2G. But we're going to man the chat as best we can, folks. We're going to keep going back into the shade, checking you guys out and checking your chat, my friends. Cool little long-eared sunfish. Pretty guy. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the only way I'm going to be able to do this is if I keep backing the cell phone up and checking the chat this way. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this type of angle, you know, face to face, but I'm going to do my best. Guys, just tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, my friends. This is Jefferson Lake. Yes, we're doing some pond fishing right now, folks. Yeah, this is just, I cannot see crap this way, can I? I can lift you guys up pretty easily and check. Let's see, Fishing the Mid-South, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Chris, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that, my friend. As Chris says, hi, Mike. Good luck. Let's see. Boy, it's hard to see. Let's see, Robert, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Hi, Robert. Yeah, I was out fishing with Robert the other day. We caught some nice ones. Let's see, Danny's in the house. What's going on, Danny? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are down here. You guys can check it. We are out here at Jefferson Lake. A beautiful, like, they just redid this lake, so it looks gorgeous right now. Let's see. Chris says, hi, Danny. Yeah, unfortunately, our backup phone is acting wonky right now. Let's see, Lisa, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Lisa says, Danny MBP. Let's see, Kevin's in the house. What's going on, Kevin? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Looks like a nice little... Yep, yeah, I give that about 3/4 of a pound, my friend. Let's see, Kevin says, hi, Danny. And let's see. Yeah, Nav, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see, Star, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Star says, hi, Juice. All right. Chat is caught up. Let's see if we can catch some more fish, folks. It's going to be a little bit of a nuisance. My cell phone's acting up. My back cell phone's like, it won't stay on Wi-Fi. It keeps popping off. I don't know what the heck. We are down by a major metropolitan hospital, so that could be a culprit, unfortunately. I do have a spinnerbait. We're gonna, you know what? Let me go grab that spinnerbait, and I will take a few casts with it. There are some nice bass, like they just recently. I'm hoping to catch some big ones, my friends. All right, our artificial of choice is our good old Mini Strike King Colorado spinnerbait. And I tipped that with one of Steve Turner's little, we call it a little paddle tail worm. It's a great little enticer. Got 10-pound test on this bait caster. I have an 8-pound test on the spinning combo. Something bumped it. This water's pretty murky compared to the last time we were down here. This water was crystal clear the last time we were down here. I know that means they stocked it good or just algae die off. I'm not sure. There's some gorgeous spots right in front of us and some in that direction. I'm not sure if they even stock. Oh, that was a pop. Dang. That was right by the bank. I believe they stocked like 2-pound largemouth in here, about 200 2-pound largemouth, and like 1,000 of these little fingerlings last fall. So by now, those little fingerlings should be about 8 or 10 inches long. It should be just big enough to be able to hit the spinnerbait. If not, they'll definitely hit that little worm. If we're going to be doing some new locations, on Sunday we're going to be going up with Robert up to one of his favorite spots, and we're going to be doing a live up there too, my friends. That was that one just pulled right out of my hand. Yeah, this murky water, a little bit of just a little bit of wind. This little mini spinnerbait could be really, really good. Another pop. These are probably just bass that are just a little bit too. Did it again? Dang, dude. Or those big lumps. Oh, you. Man, I got to get a worm by that fish. That one's just. I'm not sure what that was, but he kept grabbing onto the end of the spinnerbait's trailer. For this one, I'm using a number 10, like a very small thin wire hook. Yeah, these are the hooks I use for rainbow trout. They bend out very easily. They are extremely sharp. They'll stick into just about anything. But God forbid you should hook anything about 2 or 3 pounds. Yeah, these little hooks, they will bend out really quickly, my friends. Sorry, I'm usually on feed earlier, but I had to go get some prescriptions filled. I won't get into all that matter, but thank you, Orp, for helping me get that a donation to the channel. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a beautiful lake, my friends. It's just, I'm surprised there isn't people out fishing it. I mean, I'm looking around, there's nobody. There's a spot over here. It's got some waterfalls. I'd like to get to that eventually. There's another little spot over here. It's got like a little creek channel that goes over there. They built this primarily for like a rainbow trout area, but they haven't stocked it with rainbow trout yet. Rainbow trout will be coming during the winter time. I believe they stock those in like November 23rd or October 1st. It really depends upon the water temperature. Yeah, she's way too hot to be stocking like rainbow trout and stuff in it right now. Our primary species down here are going to be bluegill, green sunfish, channel catfish, and largemouth. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw some crappie in here and some carp. Oh, that was a... Popped that bobber, didn't he? Man, that sucker popped. I just pinged it, and it pinged it right back and pulverized that bobber. And we're not sticking in one spot, folks. We're giving this maybe a few minutes in each spot. We're going to be moving down maybe 10 or 15 yards distance in which we can cast, so that each spot is a new spot that we get to try. That's a cool technique if you're fishing like ponds and stuff. Like an area this where you've got all this shoreline to fish. Cast down shoreline and work your way up, and your next spot should be just out of range of, I got a rock. It should be just at the limits of your casting range. Especially when you're fishing a new spot like this. I have no idea of the structure down here right now. It feels like primarily rocks and spikes. Got him. Oh, man, that's a nice. That's a red-eared fish. Yeah, that's a different species. I didn't think I was going to catch one of them. That's a red-eared sunfish, folks. Well, that is a gorgeous fish. Check that out. Just a gorgeous. That's a red-eared sunfish, folks. Check out the red mark right behind the gills there. Just gorgeous. That's about a 9.5. I go about a half pound on that, quarter of a pound, something like that, between those two. Gorgeous fish, folks. All right. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me just flip this out deep and we'll go check the chat. I haven't cast out there deep yet, so just let that set right there and we'll come check that chat again. Unfortunately, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have to go into the shade to check the chat. And we'll just move back here a little bit so we can check that chat. Let's see, Gaza, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And see, Werewolf is in the house. What's going on, Werewolf? Thank you for coming in, my friend. And Miss Giggy, what's going on? Hi, Miss Giggy. Thank you for coming in, my friend. Let's see, and Fishing with Rivers, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, we've got 13 people in. Let's see. 18 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Let's see. There's what's up from Pennsylvania. This is St. Louis, Missouri. We are down at a lake called Jefferson Lake right now, my friends. I'm not really comfortable with this angle of view. I'm usually behind the camera with a backup cell phone, but our backup cell phone is acting a little wonky down here today. So we've caught one pretty good long-eared sunfish and one red-eared sunfish so far. And see, Whisker, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Whisker says hello, Rivers. Let's see, Whisker says hello, Danny. All right, let's get back to this fishing, folks. And that bob was just all the way down by the bank. Look at that sucker. You little stinker. Man, they must be out there deep, too. He just running with it there, wasn't he? Sorry about that, folks. Hope we're getting a pretty good signal. Without my backup cell phone, it's hard to tell. But the chat's coming in clear, so I think we've got a pretty good angle right now, folks. We do have a spinnerbait on, and I'm going to be casting that around as we go. Tell you the truth, while that's setting there, and we've got a pretty good camera angle of these rocks, take a couple more casts with the spinnerbait. I know there's some big bass down here, folks. I've caught a few of them, and I've about hit the tripod there, didn't I? Oops, sorry about that, folks. Got to get a little bit further back from you guys. I have the tripod on that back pin. Not a good thing to hook your tripod. Pop. Pop. Stinkers hit it. Well, if I knew some red ear down here, I would have equipped a little bit better. I was primarily thinking I was going to be getting like bluegill, green sunfish, long-eared sunfish, bass. It's always a different species that you're not expecting. Sure, those bluegill and stuff are everywhere, so I'm not gonna. Dang, that would just pull. They must just barely be too small. That was definitely a bass. Look at that. Swirled right behind it that time. That looked like a bass about yay big. He wasn't quite big enough to get this, even the mini spinnerbait in his mouth. Not spinning. I hate it when my spinnerbait don't spin. Yeah, we're going to be doing some fishing Sunday and a new spot as well. It's going to be a totally new spot. We're going to be fishing with Robert. He's a fellow YouTube viewer and lives locally. Doesn't live that far away. I was down there on the river yesterday with him down on my spot. We got some nice buffalo carp and some common carp. I put those on a short feed. Yeah, that was today's short feed. I got like one 15-pound buffalo carp, another about 12 pounds, a 7 or 8 pound common carp, let's see, maybe about a 2-pound drum, and about another 4-pound buffalo carp. Those are all on that short that I put out this morning. I was a little late on it because I was having some difficulties with other things. I'll leave that out, but. The temperature's about 90 degrees out here right now, folks. It's actually quite warm. And I just got done with the pharmacy. When I come, I figured I might have a little bit of time to be able to do a live feed out here on Forest Park, see if I can catch some fish. We've already broke. So they definitely stopped the channeling. I'm really surprised at how much the water clarity has changed from the last time we were down here. Last time we were down here, the water was like, you could see 3 or 4 feet down. Right now, it's like, I guess they've had an algae die off. The bottom was covered with like hydrilla. Looks like all that stuff has died off. That's kind of caused that that microorganism like microorganisms. That's what's making the water that color. Little microscopic organisms. All right, let's move down a little bit, folks. I might replace this worm. I think like I said, they just redid this lake, so you're not going to have 100, 200 fish in a single spot. Let's see, there's a nice little shade tree where we can set. Yeah, you just want to move the distance which you can cast. And this looks like a good little spot here. I'm not great with this camera angle, unfortunately. I know Bob does it a lot, and a lot of people do it. It's just, I'm not great at it, unfortunately. I don't know why. Ow, what the heck is that? Dang leg. All right, I want to take a couple of casts first with the spinnerbait, see if there's any bass further down here. And you guys are right on my back again. Not a total loss already. We caught one nice long-eared sunfish and one pretty good red ear. That's rock. Kind of messed up my trailer, didn't it? One thing you got to watch with spinnerbaits when you're using trailers, they will often hook the hook. You got to straighten it out every once in a while, especially when you bump a rock or a snag or something. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday, by the way. Happy Friday. The weekend's just tomorrow. I would not have had a chance to get down to the river today. It was quite literally about 12:50 by the time I got out of the pharmacy, and that's a pop. And I left at like 2:50, at 10:50. So it took me about an hour. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a nice big old bass to pulverize this. And last time we were down here, I think we caught 3 decent largemouth on topwaters. With this little churning water, I don't think topwater would do great down here, I'm afraid. Now that other end over there, that looks pretty still. That might do some damage with the topwater. Sorry if I'm not kind of manning the chat right now as much. Like I said, my backup cell phone is it's acting up. I think it has something to do with the Wi-Fi down here. We're quite literally about 150 yards away from a major metropolitan hospital, Barnes-Jewish Hospital. It's kind of messing with my backup cell phone. It keeps going on and off. I can't keep it on for more than 10 seconds to get it set for the dang for the live feed. I already tried it a couple times. It won't stay on. It goes offline, online, online, offline, online, offline. You see me on the camera feed? Oh, yep, definitely see me. Oh. Rock. I don't like walking down on the spot. I'm fishing the spot. I do nothing walking down. It's a bad thing to do. You wind up spooking any good fish that are down there. Looks like this one's chewed. Let me replace it. If your fish don't get the worms off and they're like bit into half or something, if you put them back in your container, they will recover for the most part. Worms are pretty tough. Another little trick you can use, my friend. That one don't look so good. Probably one I've already used. It's recovering. Sure hate to sit out here in the sun with these worms, but don't really have much of a choice. There's not a lot of shade on this lake, it appears. Trees haven't grown back yet. So that's our little technique of choice today. A little shoestring redworm hooked once with a bobber about maybe 12, 13 inches deep. It's a very effective technique for finding fish, especially in a new pond or a pond you haven't fished in a long time. You don't know what the fish are doing. That little shoestring redworm kind of bouncing around these edges really is enticing to the fish. I've caught some big fish with this technique over the years, my friends. From big old smallmouth down in the Merrimack River, down in Mississippi, I'll get some big old white bass, grass carp, drum. A lot of lakes, I'll get some big old largemouth on this technique. I mean, a 5-pound largemouth will go after that little shoestring redworm. Pretty beautiful day out here. Could use a bit more clouds, but this is like the end of summer. You're gonna expect these hot days. right in my eye. Yeah. My good eye. It aimed right for my good eye. Weird. I would never have been able to make it to the river today, I'm afraid. I might try to make it down tomorrow if I've got time. Assuming I can get my backup cell phone to work. I don't know what the heck's going on with it right now. I mean, it won't even hook on hotspot data. I've got hotspot data on this, on my main cell phone. It won't switch over. It won't go to the internet. I don't know what the heck's going on with it. Up his bike. You little stinker. Man, see that? He bit it right in the middle and didn't get the worm off. Popped that bobber too. Buddy, get it again. Freshly stocked lake like this, you never know what you're gonna get. Oh, that was a little. No wonder I couldn't hook it. That was like a bluegill, like that freaking big. Sheesh, man. Popping that bobber like that. Let me get one more cast, folks, and I'll run you guys back to a little shady spot here, and we'll check that chat, my friend. This is quite a beautiful lake, my friend. It's got, like I said, like a beautiful little drainage over there. It's like a little start of a creek. And over there to the left, there's like a gorgeous little waterfall. There's some bubblers out here in the middle. I can just imagine in a couple of years the kind of bass and bluegill and crappie and big old catfish that are going to be sitting around these rocks. Oh, there goes bite. Oh, you little stinker. Dang it. Oh, give me one more cast, folks. Please. Just give me one more. Man, that was a good bite. I don't know how I missed it. See what, if they're hitting like a little bit more timid down here, let me hook that worm a little bit better. That's another little trick, folks. You can hook that worm up the hook, but only about halfway up. That bobber. There it is. Come on, buddy, hit it again. Come on. I believe I missed that fish. He had the bobber down. I mean, he had the whole worm in his mouth, but just... This is a number 10 hook. It's a tiny, tiny little thin wire hook. You bend these with your fingers. You basically just bend them in and out. Look how small, thin wire they are. They're really effective for panfish, rainbow trout. If you're fishing down on the river and you're trying to get like skipjack herring or something, they got really, really soft mouths, really bony mouths too. These hooks stick really, really good. They're an off-brand I got off of Amazon. Another little peck. Come on, buddy. Alright, so let's get this out here. I don't know where we're going to do this. Not a lot of shade down here, I'm afraid. We're just going to have to walk back so that we can check the chat back here. Yeah, we're right by a major metropolitan hospital, if you guys see over there. That's Barnes Jew is right over there between them trees. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Now, one benefit about me doing it like this, I get to show you guys a lot more action than usual. I usually just got the camera set somewhere. I can just flip this out right here in the middle while I wait for you guys, assuming I remember to Open the daggone bail. Duh. Fishing 50 some odd years. I can't remember opening the daggone bail. Crazy, huh? All right, let's see what I missed in chat, my friends. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Whisker. Let's see, Denny, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Hey, bass are chasing shad. Yeah, that's why I've got the spinnerbait on, my friend. Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with this view, but what the heck. Seems to be working right now. 32 people in. And let's see. 37 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That bob is on. Sorry about the helicopter, my friends, but we are down by Barnes Jewish Hospital, major metropolitan hospital. Let's see, Glenn, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I apologize if I'm missing anyone's chat. Unfortunately, our backup cell phone is like acting really wonky down here by the hospital. Now, this cell phone's working fine, but that one is just, it is not working right. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday, my friends. Boy, I cannot read who that is. Yep, this is a nice pond, my friend. Let's see, says Danny. And is that Mana? Boy, it's hard to read this, folks. I can take you guys out of the tripod and put you guys back here. I can read it then. Let's see, fun time. What's going on, Malik? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, SJC is in the house. What's going on, SJC? Thanks for coming in. This is the only way I can read this without my backup cell phone, unfortunately. I want to read you guys' chat. Let's see, Miss Gigi says up. Yep, a beautiful day today. Yeah, it is a beautiful day, my friend. And it just takes a split second to put you guys right back into the tripod, so you guys can come around with me. I think we're going to move. Well, I tell you what, this gets shallower in this direction. So I think we're going to move this away. What do you think? Towards those waterfalls. You guys see down there, that rock face? That's a waterfall. They've actually got a waterfall going down there. And I'm really interested to try that spot down there. I should probably go down there right now. What the heck? Risk it for the biscuit, right, folks? Let's do it. We've already caught nice long-eared sunfish so far. We've caught a big old red-ear sunfish. We're catching some fish, my friends. And I do not have much gear on me, so it shouldn't take long. I just bought my tripod, my cell phone, grabbed a container of worms, put it in my my main bag, and fishing rods, and that was it. Had to go get our spinnerbait. I almost left that down there. Now, you guys haven't seen this much. This is a lake called Jefferson Lake down at Forest Park. Now, there are a lot of other offshoots to this lake. So there are a lot of other little spots we can try if ever I get the time. Now, the majority of them have got like little bluegill in them, bullheads, but some of them are really good carp ponds. they're not marked. You got to find them, and no one will tell you where they are. I haven't fished them in probably 20 years, so I have no idea which. I've got a couple ideas, like ponds that I used to fish back in the day, but yeah, I don't know about it anymore. Boy, it's gonna be interesting. I can ride my scooter around this edge. I mean, they made this basically so it's like a biking trail, but I don't know. We're gonna try. I want to try that waterfall down here. I really, really do. That just looks so good. Might be a 3 or 4 minute walk, but on the scooter, we can be down there in a flash. I've got you guys in a actual protector, so you're not going to shut off on me. Remember how when I used to ride, we used to have to worry about that sort of thing? Only problem is I still remember I cannot do this. Boy. You know what? This might actually work if I do it like this. Which is in the backpack like I would my fishing rods. And just do a little quick. Don't say it. I'm using a strap. Don't say it, Danny. Don't say it. I know you want to say it. All right, that might actually work. As long as I can keep her a little straight. Whoa. We're going to have a little trouble. Keeping you guys straight, I'm afraid. I may have to tighten down this, if I see what's wrong. I need to tighten this sucker down a little bit. Sucker's loose as a... Yeah, that ought to hold her. Still loose. What the heck? Huh. As tight as I can get it. We're just gonna take our slow, sweet time, folks. Get a cool little view of the lake as we're walking down here. I should just carry the tripod. Probably should. Yeah, I still haven't perfected the camera on the scooter yet. Still haven't perfected that, folks. Still haven't gotten that one perfected. Let's just walk with her. Now, you can imagine how this is going to be when trout season comes. All these spots are going to be filled with rainbow trout. Now, I believe this lake is catch and release only for part of the season, so it'd be artificials only. Now, you can use barbed hooks, but nothing with any kind of scent. Ouch. Hit a rock. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to go over it. Look at this cool pier, folks. Well, don't this just scream fish down here? That bubbler's right in the middle. Man, we gotta try this for a minute, folks. Man, this looks so good right here. We're gonna stop right here and try. Yeah, this just looks too good not to try. Look at this, folks. This pier up and down here. Ooh, this looks nice. And we've got a flat surface. We can put the cell phone and everything down relatively good. Yep, we're looking good right here. All right. I always want to take a cast with my spinnerbait first, because I know if there's bass in here, I want to get a shot at them first. Kind of shallow there, but not too shallow. About 2.5, 3 feet. But that's right by the edge. This just screams to me a big old bass sitting underneath this pier here. Really, really does. by the time I'd spend a couple of hours down here just breaking this lake down. But that's kind of boring with people. You guys want to see action. You want to see fish caught. Probably come down here with maybe a buzz bait, you know, work the shoreline real good, see if I can find an area where there's some bass stacked up in. Cast like a piece of cut bait or something down here. Well, I ain't seen any turtles yet. I guess I haven't stocked any turtles in yet. If I remember this when I was down here, this actually gets really deep in the middle. Sides are pretty shallow, but when you get out there a little deeper, it drops off. Man, spinner won't spinner. Dang it, really? Just would not spin that entire cast. Still won't spin. Seriously. Up. Yeah, I might have caught a few too many fish on this spinner bait. She's starting to go. Blade's not spinning quite as good as it used to. Well, let's get the worm over here. I'm going to curve it to daggone spinner bait. Actually, it's rather hot out here in the sun, folks. I'm going to take this bobber off. It's one of the problems with these types of bobbers. They tend to grab onto your line when you're trying to move. So you have to redo it every freaking time. Go get my worms. Be right back, folks. Ouch, my rod is actually hot out here. Sheesh, man. That's hot when you grab your rod and it freaking burns your hand. I wonder what's underneath this thing down here. One of the cool things about fishing a new spot is you got all these cool new backgrounds and everything. Oh, you little stinker. That was a little guy. Hit the end of the worm right off. Let's see if you'll hit small. So today, for anyone new, we are fishing a lake called Forest Park, Jefferson Lake and Forest Park, my friend. It's a beautiful lake, but they just redid it. Not that many fish in it. They basically drained this lake all the way down. That's a cool looking waterfall over there, folks. That is just, I remember that's pretty deep water over there too. thanks to Robert, we were able to get some worms. He gave us some worms from our last trip down on the river yesterday. I'll try to get out tomorrow down on the river too, but I didn't have time today. By the time I got out of the pharmacy, it was pretty much 1 o'clock, like 12:50. So I didn't really have enough time to get back to the river. If I'd have gotten to the river, it'd been like 3 o'clock by the time I got down there. I like to stay as consistent as I can with YouTube right now. I know this is a different spot, a different type of fish. We usually don't fish with this type of thing, but hey, we're out here fishing. We're catching fish. That's all that matters, my friends. That over there. Set that right over there while we take a few more casts for spinnerbait. That was a nice fish just hitting that stuff out there. Yeah, it's much deeper out there by that bubbler. That spinnerbait is kind of dragging the bottom here. When you're out there by that bubbler, it gets pretty deep. I remember that properly. I'm not seeing any shad right now. I'm not seeing much of anything. A little bluegill or something grabbing at it. I do remember some chunk rocks over there. I just wanted to stop here. This looked too good not to take a couple. That was a pop. Dang. Right over here, folks. Man, that was a hard pop. I don't know what the heck that was. Felt pretty good, whatever it was. Oh, there he goes. Got him. We got a, what do we got? What do we got, folks? We got a channel cat. I knew something popped that. That little channel catfish hit my daggone spinnerbait. Buddy, these are little thin wire hooks. Ooh, I'm so surprised I actually landed that fish. Now that's our third fish of the day, folks. Number 3. Hope this is on feed. Yeah, we are barely on feed, dang it. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, this camera angle is a little new to me. I usually don't use this type of angle. Alright, we got her by the mouth so we can get this hook out relatively easily. Just push back on it. There we go, folks. That's our third fish of the day, folks. Number 3. Cool little channel catfish. That'll go maybe 3/4 of a pound. I knew I had some hit over there. He popped the spinnerbait. I felt him smacking. I knew that was a better fish. Thought it might be a bass, but it turned out to be a little channel catfish. Cool little guy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I wish I could read that chat over here. Now that might have been a shad. That was interesting. That was something just flicked the surface over there. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm so used to using that backup cell phone demand chat. I can only really read her in the shade. And as you guys can see, this spot ain't got no shade. I was just right here, man. Just wonder if there might be a few more of them over here. At least with this angle, I can see at least you know, you guys, since I know where my camera feed is setting. Well, that sucker popped it though. I mean, he hit that spinnerbait, and I felt him pop it. I thought it was a bass. Put that little worm in front of him, and he smacked a worm. So we've caught a long-eared sunfish, a red-eared sunfish, and we've caught a channel catfish so far, folks. Not bad so far. Bite, popping it. Got it. What do we got? What the heck? Well, I tell you what. That is a little carp. Folks, this is a carp. Check this out. That is a little baby carp, man. Remember I said they might have stocked some carp in here? Check that out, guys. That's a little baby carp. That is not a shiner. That is a little baby carp. Well, that's a gorgeous fish. Get just a little closer so you guys can see her. That's a little baby carp. Look at that. Boy, if I was down on the river, that'd be bait. But it's not. See, buddy? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're up to 4 species now, folks. That was pretty cool. Just popped it like a catfish. I was wondering if they stocked some carp in here. Turned out they stocked some baby carp. And my worms are trying to melt out here, folks. It's pretty warm. Odd how they're just sitting back here in this little hole back here. As soon as we move down a little bit, folks, when we get into some shade, I'll check that chat right now. I can't see her in the sun. And our backup phone's kind of acting up, so I cannot even... Every time I turn that stinking thing on, it goes on and off, on and off. It says no internet access, no internet access. Just might be just too many cell phones down here for that cheap cell phone to work. Because this is a pretty... There's a lot of people that fish this. A lot of people that go around this place. Now, they don't actually fish. The majority of them, they're, you know, biking, and just landing on the pier down here. Dang it. Landing on the pier, folks. Get out there, you little stinker. Jeez, man. Sucker was stuck in the wood. I forgot I had coffee in my backpack. Just spill all over everything. It just spill all over my backpack. We still haven't caught a largemouth yet. We're working on it, my friends. There's got to be some back here. Closest shade is over there underneath that tree off the pier. I don't want to backtrack. I want to keep going forward. Impressive, I actually hooked that little baby carp. Those number 4 hooks, they're sticky, man. They'll hook almost anything. Those little suckers, I use those to catch shiners down on, and chub minnows down on little creeks. Pop. That's right in front of me. That felt like a bluegie, though. A bluegie. Well, I know I'm backed up in chat, my friends. It's just one thing after another today. We're out here fishing, that's what counts. And we're catching a few. That little carp, that little sucker was surprising. Another bite on worm. Just running with it. Still pecking on it right there. That's interesting. I wonder if they might have threw some big carp in here. These guys have never been fished for, man. They'll hit on techniques you would never think. Like a bobber with a little piece of worm, you'd never think of getting a carp like that. And there's some right there that keeps smacking at that spinnerbait. All right, our angle is pretty good. I can take a couple casts in here. Nice. Another pop. You guys are enjoying the show, my friends. It is a beautiful day, a little warm, but we're out here fishing, folks. You guys enjoying your Friday? Tomorrow's Saturday. Yes, the weekend has come, my friend. I wrapped around a tree. Oh, good googly. Man, that's going to be messed up getting off. Tell you what, so you don't miss any of the action, let me just turn this around. See that tree right there? Yep, I'm stuck in it. I gotta go take my shoes off. Don't try this at home, folks. We're out fishing without rental supervision. Yeah, this is what you do when you don't want to lose a $3 reward. And that water's actually kind of hot. Without getting they'll dry out here, 90 degree temp, they'll dry in seconds. MBP threw his lure in the tree. What the heck? You guys never get to see that part of the beach. Yeah, I think we fished this spot out again. We're gonna move. Well, I would love to take a couple casts over there. Keep in that sun. They seem to be in the sun today, but I'd like to get to you guys' chat. We're gonna move over here in the shade so I can see you guys' chat. I have neglected you guys long enough. So today's totals are one big old long-eared sunfish, one nice red ear, let's see, one decent channel catfish, and a baby carp. Alright, that's the BI. Yeah, I just threw it into a tree over there. I had to go waiting for it. I don't like the idea of losing a $3 lure when all I have to do is get my feet wet for a minute. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter! Sorry about that. We are down by a major metropolitan hospital. I don't want to slip. Alright. I need to trim that, but we can do that down to the next spot. Get the stuff back in here. Keep on moving down. Get the shade here so I can see you guys' chat. We're going to be trying a new spot on Sunday too. A friend of mine, let's see, Robert, he's going to be taking us down to a cool spot up in West Alton. I got kind of a gist of location, but there are so many spots up in West Alton, you don't know where the heck. Where the heck it could be. How do I carry my coffee? Oh yeah, I was carrying my backpack. Gotta be very careful to carry a hot cup of coffee in your backpack. Just gotta get in there in the right angle. There it goes. Alright, down to the next spot, folks. Down to the next spot. We're gonna go over there underneath the trees for a minute, so I can check you guys' chat. I've neglected you guys long enough. Ooh. Angle's like off there, right? Sorry about that. Askew. Our world is askew. Well, that does look cool, folks. I can imagine how that's going to be when they stock this with rainbow trout. Just that bubbler in the middle. I am so interested to try them falls over there. Looks like we might have one angler over there right on that point spot. And he's parked illegally up there on the thing. He's not going to last there. We got some nice shade trees over here, folks. We can manage. Check that chat. Sorry about neglecting you guys for so long. What a cool eagre down there. Check that out. Alright. Kickstand out here. I gotta get my Colonel Clink lenses out of my pocket. You can check that chat. Hope you guys enjoying your Friday, my friends. Yes, it's Friday. Backpack on my back, man, this sucker's heavy. After carrying it for a couple hours, it starts getting heavy. I don't know what. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's not fishing. He's down there. That's one of their gardeners for the plants around here. Thank you, coming. All right, let me cast this rod out here and just so I can make sure we got a rod in the water. Back. Just so we can have something to attempt to pull it in. All right, let's see what I missed in chat. Probably a lot, folks. And we're not in the shade, unfortunately. Let's see, Werewolf says, what's up? Next donation guy. What's the next, donation, guys? Let's see. I'm not sure what our next donations would be. Well, I bet you it would be our trout gear for the upcoming winter and our white bass run. So I'd love to have some blue fox spinners and some nice crappie jigs from Steve Turner, Crappie Man Jigs. He's been donating them to me for so long. It's about time I bought some. And we're going to need some lighter line. And I do have a lighter rod for that. I don't have a lighter reel, so I'm going to have to replace my... And that's basically the only donations I can think of. Let's see, Stay Fishing, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay Fishing says hi. Let's see, Denny says hi, Cindy. Yes, Cindy, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Cindy. Hi. Hi. Yeah, we caught a little itty baby carp. I mean, that carp wasn't that big. Let's see, Cindy says, hey, Giggy. And, let's see, SJC says, see, love you that bud. Let's see, Gaza, hey, Giggy. Let's see. Sorry about this, folks. We lost our backup cell phone is acting up. I think I might have to get a new one. They only cost like $40, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. See what's going on. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Cindy says hi there. Let's see, Werewolf says hi. And see, Jenny says hi, Skipjack Cindy. Let's see, Grant, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, 31 people in, 59 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Let's see, Larry, what's going on? Larry says hi. Let's see, Brandon. Brandon says hi. What's going on, my friends? Thank you guys for coming in. Let's see, Crazy is in the house. What's going on, Crazy? Thanks for coming in, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Danny says hi, Crazy. And let's see, Spooky. I missed you, Spooky. Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Wave to the human. Hi. Let's see, Sweetie, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Yes, this is a nice spot, my friends. We're going to be trying this much more during our trout season. They stock this lake with trout, so you can imagine how this is going to be when the water gets cold down here. Man, this is going to be some awesome fishing. Cast a rooster tail out here, a single hook rooster tail. Man, they're going to pound it. Let's see, Rude, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Another awesome supporter to the channel. Another one is Werewolf, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Danny says hi, Rude. Let's see, Bobby, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Ralph, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ralph says hey. And Ralph with the coffee. I guess it must be morning there. And let's see, Storm Chaser's in the house. What's going on, Storm Chaser? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Whiskey, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Hector with the heart emojis. Let's see, Whisker with the heart emojis and the shout out. Whiskey, I mean. All right, let's get back to the fishing, my friends. Let's get back to fishing. I usually don't do this camera angle, but I'm trying it. It's the only way I can really see this camera good without a backup cell phone. So this will be our kind of spot we're going to be casting here. Looking pretty good right now. I need to get that spinnerbait out here. Plus, I need to get a fresh worm on this one. This one was chewed by a carp. That carp was so cute. I ain't caught a carp that small in years. Seriously. Man, that carp was so small that a 4-pound largemouth could have eaten it whole. Actually, probably a 3-pounder we got eventually. Wow, it got hot out here, folks. It did. 90, 92 degrees. We did some great fishing with Robert, a friend that we're going to be fishing on Sunday. We're going to be going down to West Alton fishing. I've got a clue of where he wants to go. There are so many spots down there that his special spot could be anywhere down there. And he's going to take me. We're going to be doing a live feed Sunday. A lot of species down there are a little bit different than the ones you get down by me. You get the same species, but you also get some, like a lot more walleye and just a lot more game fish up there. It's not grass. No, up there, it's not grass. Yeah. Stop. I'm going to ruin my cast. There's a big old chunk of boulder right here. I'm casting right beside it. You guys can see those falls. That's just a cool spot, isn't it? Up and down those falls right there. Well, I'm gonna be surprised if there's not nothing down here. Okay, maybe this is where the big bass are. That would kind of explain why I'm not getting any little bluegill right by the bank. Wow. Stop there. Tell you what, let me put this just a little bit deeper. We're going to put this out here, let her set right on the edge of this rock bait. And I still need to trim up this line on the spinnerbait. Let's take just a second. My lighter out of my backpack. You guys just tuning in, thank you. We are down at Forest Park. A little lake called Jefferson Lake. Now there are plenty of other lakes in this and Jefferson Lake, but this is the closest one to our the pharmacy. That's where I had to go today to get my prescriptions filled. Thank you, Saving Private Ort, for helping me get those prescriptions. Yeah, I won't go into it, but I had to replace the prescriptions that got mysteriously lost. The last time I went out fishing, they kind of disappeared in my house. So that's as far as I'll go with that one. And the insurance company, my doctors know that crap happens, but my insurance company will not pay for it, unfortunately. So that had to come out of my pocket. And that 28 bucks is just too much for me to pay. All right, that's trimmed up pretty good. Where do we cast? I know we're on the feed. So this really looks like top water area. Water being as high as it is, I'm not sure if they're going to come up to the surface. surprising that's just sitting out there and not getting anything. Oh, it's actually a little clearer down here. That was a pop right by the bank. Man, that was a hard pop. We're in the right place to begin with. These balls just look so good, I wanted to fly. Look at all the fish see out there by those balls. That water's coming in underneath that wall. Oh, we're not even getting the nibble down here. I'm not even seeing any little bluegill down here right now. Got on this rock things here. You guys along with me. That's a cool little rock piece right here. They obviously designed this just for this purpose. For people to come out and fish off of it. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. That is just amazing. I'm not seeing any like little bluegill and stuff around here. Usually on like a little rock face or something like this, it'd be teeming with little bluegill and stuff. That's all that. Something very small picked it up, but I've got a tiny hook on here. I can hook practically anything. Put this out a little deeper. I think they might be setting out here a little deeper. Gotta go with my spinnerbait. Hang on, folks. Give me a couple more minutes of fishing and I will bring you guys back behind the stage and I'll check that cat again. We've only caught one fish on the spinnerbait so far, but we've got a couple pretty good pops. That channel catfish grabbed it and I missed him. And I threw a worm back in his face and then he popped it. That's a big one, just hit the surface out here. Man, that was big. That's what it might be, folks. Right down here, they might be out a little further. They're out there that deep. Looks like I'm seeing some shad too. There wasn't any shad on that other end. Come on, spin, you stupid spinnerbait. Man. Nothing wrong with it. Let me take this trailer off for a minute. Put that in my pocket. No litter, even like a little... Sorry, I was off the feed there, wasn't I? Dang it. This is a little trickier than I anticipated doing it like this. Alright, that's better. I'm usually looking behind the camera and then coming out. This is a little different for me doing it like this. A little bit uncomfortable. I'm doing my best. Our backup cell phone's acting up. I think number one, it's out of high-speed data. And number two, there's just so many people out here with cell phones and stuff. You can't compete. It's a cheap backup cell phone. It's not really designed to do anything but read the chat. Oh yeah, it's spinning better now. I think that tail was getting in the way. I think it just got torn up. Look at that. Little stinker. Wow. That was like a little 7 or 8 inch bass. Come on, little bugger. Well, there's some big ones down here, folks. I've seen a few of them hitting up on the surface. Some nice largemouth. That's about halfway over the other side of the lake. It's not bad for like a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait. These little mini spinnerbaits, they cast like a bullet actually. Look at that little bass right there goes after the spinnerbait, but won't touch the dang. I knew I was going to do it eventually. Right in my background, that's the reason why I don't like doing this, because it... Luckily, you guys didn't go in the water, and I stopped myself from backlashing. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry. I knew I was going to do that eventually. Dang camera. We're not going to give this spot much longer, folks. It looks really good, but I'm not getting much. Getting a few smaller bass chasing the spinnerbait. I haven't seen that many bluegill down here. I'll check that cat and shade before we go out and fry that up. Those falls over there. Wow. away with it very, very slowly. Once I can get down there, lift up the line. I'm not getting any like good bites down this middle line. Look at this. I mean, just it's not maybe that deep, so it's definitely deep enough for like a little bluegill or bass to come into. But right down here, weird. All right, let's move down a little bit more. I'll check that chat while I'm walking over here towards the shade. That way I know you guys, I'm not neglecting you. I'm trying, my friends. I really am. Let's see, I forgot to get my spot in chat. Dang it. Let's see, Dorothy, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see, Dakota, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, my friends. Let's see, Whisker says, Mike, hi, what's going on? Let's see, Whiskey says, Danny. Let's see, 21 people in, 64 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Bass Fishing, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bass Fishing says MVP. Tell you what, let me make sure to get you so you're... I've been adding a few wrenches recently, trying to catch up with things, but I'm trying not to get too many in. Let's see, Whiskey says, yep, that was a close one. I had one hit, it just popped it and I missed it. See, Red Brick is in the house. What's going on, Red Brick? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Red Brick says, what's the count? Let's see. One nice long-eared sunfish, one red-eared sunfish, one nice channel catfish, and a wee little baby carp, about 8 or 10 inches long. Like, really friggin' small carp. And I can't pronounce that. I'm not even sure what language that is, but thanks for coming in, my friend. And with a dot. Let's see, Dan, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Dan says hi. Dan says hi again. Let's see, cast 8 meters in front of me. We were going to try to move down just a little bit further down here. I'm trying to inch my way to those falls over there. I think those falls are going to be holding some fish, folks. We were catching some down there at that end, but you know what? These falls look so good, I figured, heck, I had to try them, but don't seem to be catching much down here right now. Not sure about why. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, look at the rod. Yeah, these kinds of redone parks and stuff, you never know where the fish are going to be, so you gotta kind of hunt and search for them. We were getting bites at that other end. I think we should have stayed down here. The further I get down here, it seems like the less bites I'm getting, but the bigger fish I'm getting. they might be sitting out there deep by that fountain. See what, let me put on a little bit more worm and get it out there by the fountain and take some bass cast. That sounds like a possibility, dude. Yeah, our worms are also, yeah, it's like 92 degrees out here. And we're in the sun, so these worms don't make it so good. I should have only taken about a dozen with me instead of taking 2 dozen. As long as they don't liquefy on us completely, they should be okay. Camera angle. That's right out there by that bubble. While we're seeing if anything will hit that, let's take the cast with our spinnerbait. Right already. Got him. I'll pull off. Dang it. What the heck happened there? And that little stinker popped. Sound like a nice bluegill on him. That's it. We had him there for a second, but it popped off, folks. We're using little thin wire hooks because there's a lot of little bluegill and stuff in here. They're hard pressed to hook them with a anything like a number 10 or smaller hook. That's what we're using, a number 10 hook. Not sure why we missed that fish. That hook can do it pretty good. Now I'm not getting a dang bite. Like one catfish out there again. Seriously, like every single spot's got one fish. Trying to get that thin dangle in the worm is just not great. I try to take a little deeper out there. I don't know, I'm not sure how deep it is. This way? Wheel and tire now. Get it once and we'll hit it again. I didn't get that good of a hook in you. Got him. Got him, folks. Got him. What do we got now? These are little thin wire hooks, so I can't fight him that heavily. Another nice little channel cat. And another nice little, like, almost pound fish. Awesome. here, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Ah. Yeah, even these guys can be dangerous, man, with shorts on. They can stab you right in the leg. Another one I got right stinking side of the lip. Ah! Ah, that's it. Ah, there we go. Got her out. Just gotta jiggle that hook just enough so to loosen that that hook, and she comes right out. That's a beautiful guy, folks. That's our second nice channel catfish of the day. Check them spots out when you get them close. That's just a gorgeous fish, folks. Perfect. Untouched, not a mark on her, no parasites. That'd be perfect to take it home to eat. Ah, yeah. One little close up of the eyeball. Alright. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's get back here and we'll check that chat. That's the only way I can check chat like this, folks, is by kind of walking back into a shady spot. I can't do it without my backup cell phone, and for some reason our backup cell phone is not really working great at the moment. Let's see, 39 people in. Let's see, 68 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Let's see, Zion, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Any Finn is in the house. What's going on, Bob? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Yeah, our backup cell phone. We're right by a major metropolitan hospital. See them over there? So it's kind of making havoc with our backup cell phone. And it won't work down here right now. Let's see, Denny says bomb. Let's see, Trickshot is in the house. What's going on, Trickshot? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Trickshot says red. And G, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. And Bob says hi again. Let's see, Red Brexy. Yep, I hope you enjoy the blue jacket, my friend. I've been giving a few of my wrenches back recently, trying to build up our, you know, our wrenches back slowly, my friends. That way, hopefully, YouTube won't take that negatively. Let's see, Fishing with Manu. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, and Manaw's in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming in. Manaw says fish on. Let's see, Red Brick says Manaw. Red Brick says yes, sir. And Lisa says double tap the screen. Awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Fishing Goal, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Fishing Goal says howdy. Fishing Goal says hi. And Stay Fishing, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see. Stay Fishing says, what's up from Las Vegas? Awesome, my friend. We are down on a little lake called Jefferson Lake in Forest Park. Gorgeous little lake. Check out those waterfalls over there. Just a gorgeous little lake, my friends. We're catching some fish. I mean, we've caught 2 nice channel catfish today. Let's see, 1 good long-eared sunfish, 1 red-eared sunfish, and let's see, a small carp. Been a pretty good day, my friends, so far. Let's get back out here and fishing, my friends. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday, my friends. Yep, the weekend has come. Well, it's almost here. If you're at work still, it still quite hasn't come, but it is close. It's close, folks. And our backup cell phone, Ishlas Kaputski, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. It won't work down here right now. I might have to replace it. It was only like a $40 cell phone, so it wasn't really designed to last out here in the heat. I knew it was going to go out pretty quick. It's not that quick. That's where these fish might be holding. There's some bubblers around this lake. These catfish and stuff might be holding right in these bubblers. which also leads to the conclusion that they might be down there in the falls. I really, really want to try them falls. I haven't tried something like that since I was down at down on the Merrimack River, I believe. That's the last time I fished on something like that. That just knotted the heck up, didn't it? And seriously, dude. Alright, I got it off. We're casting a little micro spinnerbait around here. Most of the bass in this lake are about 8 or 10 inches long, but there are some like maybe 2 or 3 pounds. And this size is perfect for both. If I wanted to catch just a bigger one, I'd probably just use like a much larger Colorado blade out here. Back in this back current, I'd probably be better off like a little top water or something. Well, this is just beautiful out here, folks. It's a shame that there's no shade yet. They just redid this lake, so they tore all the dank trees down. They haven't grown back up yet. I'm wondering how maybe a top water would work down here. I still got my little hula popper in there. I could switch that up pretty quick. Yeah, I had to go to the pharmacy today. I won't get into the whole matter. Apparently some of my medications went missing while I was out fishing. We fished out pretty late, and they disappeared in my house, so I had to replace them suckers today. The stupid thing is, that's psych medication. It's not a narcotic. It's designed to help with schizophrenia. The short circuit in the back of the cerebral cortex that causes a lot of schizophrenia. So it doesn't do anything to you. I mean, to me, it just keeps me sane. If a normal person took it that didn't have it, it'd be like taking a Benadryl. And thanks to Saving Private Orp, I was able to get the money to get those medications filled, because I've already used one of my emergency supplies that my insurance allows. That one actually got damaged in a thunderstorm. But this particular one, they fill it. They understand this kind of crap happens. It's not a dangerous medication, so they have no worry about doing that. So it's just the insurance is going. We already filled it once. We gave you your emergency supply. You're just gonna have to pay it out of your pocket. You donated that money to be able to get that. I appreciate that, Saving Private Orp. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt I still had to come out here and do a feed for you folks. And I had no time to get down to the river. It was 1 o'clock by the time I was out of the pharmacy. So it had been like 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening by the time I got down to the river. It had been dark by the halfway through the feed. Well, I'm just amazed this spinnerbait isn't getting pulverized out here. I've seen a lot of the bass in here. There's some nice bass. They stocked like 200 of them this size in this lake. And they stocked like 1,000 of them little fingerless ones. I'm guessing a lot of little babies got eaten by the bigger ones. Kind of gross, but that's the way it happens in nature. Yeah, that's the distance I can cast with weightless with a bobber. It's about 25, 30 yards. Seems like there's only 1 or 2 fish in a spot, and then that's it. There's probably more in there if they get spooked in here usually. This is all new terrain to them. They were just stocked in here, so that looks like that's going up current. Something might have been hitting that. Yep, it is. Ah, you stinker. You see that? It was going up current. Now that little worm doesn't make that bobber sink. So when that bobber tips up, it's either on the bottom or something's got it in their mouth. That's why I like those little dipper bobbers. You locate and identify a lot more strikes with those than you would your regular round bobbers or your other type ones. They've got some that are like that are, oh, that was a pop. Dang, that was right out in the middle. Ooh. All those casts, and I was, as soon as I hit the water, I popped. And look what he did. Pulled my trailer braid down. Thinker? Yeah, I think I know our next spot, because that one was right past that point over there. If I can get a nice little squirmy wormy in front of him, I think he might hit. These channel are aggressive too. They're hitting these spinnerbaits. See him swirling out there? I wish I had brought something to drink out here, but I didn't. Wow. Yeah. Alright, I think we're going to move again. It's like, I think it's a pretty good pattern right now. There's only a couple decent fish in each spot, and you just got to kind of move around. Alright, what do we do here? I'm going to think we're going to move right over there by those falls. Right over by the edge. Sounds like a pretty good plan. That's within about that last cast I got a strike. I was within about 5 feet of those falls. We're gonna make it, folks. We're making it down here to these falls now. It also seems like all these spots in between, like you get a bubbler, you get some bites by it. Birds. Take on birds. Spots between it, you don't get any bites. But when you get up to these special locations, that's when you start catching some fish again. Boy, this is just gorgeous here. Man. Alright, now how do I do this? It's going to be an interesting camera angle here. Tell you what, I'm going to have to reverse our feed here. Yeah, to do this one, I'm going to have to hold her like this. Like this, so I can get a really, really good view of this entire spot. Alright, that looks pretty good, folks. Sorry I'm not manning the chat as much, but like I said, our backup cell phone is acting up right now. I think this park has just got too many people fishing. I mean, too many people with cell phones, hiking and biking. I'm interfering with the picture. Our worms die pretty quick out here, I'm afraid. Don't worry, folks. Our scooter's about 30 yards away, but it's a perfect site. Just tuning in. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. Right up. I just wish I'd have brought something to drink. caught in that little leathery stuff there. And I guess I'm not really supposed to. That's a little move out here. No worries, I don't think anyone's going to notice. I don't think anyone's going to notice. We're not going out there, we're just going right here. It's interesting you're standing right here and you're not getting any bites. It's got to be just perfect for them, unless it's the starter. This is brand new or something. They just started it like a day or two. I don't want to be with that thing in the way. They're telling people they don't want people to go over that spot, so I'm a little concerned about stepping on that. I thought I could fish that entire thing. Now I found out there's a big thing in the way there. So obviously we can't fish it. Obviously. So reverse the feed again. Alright. Let's see what's going on. What did I miss in chat? Let's see, Stay Fishing says, from Vegas. Let's see, Doug, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Doug says hi. Let's see, Ruben, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Spooky says, hey, Ruben. Let's see, Danny says Ruben. Spooky says Red. Red says, yep, a lake, my friends. This is, really wouldn't call this a lake. It's about 200 yards long. It's a close call, my friends. It could be a lake or a pond. Let's see, Diamond, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Rebecca, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, and Bullfrog is in the house. What's going on, Bullfrog? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Diamond says, hi, Spooky. Let's see, Red says Diamond. Let's see, Diamond says Red. Diamond says driving soon. And see, Spooky says, gotta get ready for bowling. Awesome, my friend. Hope you have fun. All right. Caught up with chat again. Let's get back to the fishing. I'm just so amazed that all these spots aren't producing anything. You come down here, you got one spot that looks awesome. You don't get a bite. Next spot looks about the same, and that one you can fish on. Makes no sense. Catfish, and I just threw me down here. I thought for sure we did get one channel catfish in the park. off. Back to the start. We were actually getting some fish on there. That might have been. That was going back pretty good. We're going to go back while we're man, see that better back there? I was hoping to jump out of one right there. Spot actually didn't exist last year. They just rebuilt this. Back from it. Looks so good. See a few fish getting out here. Or we can guess them, but not really feeding them. We're basically going to go back to our scooter, get our gear, and go back to where we started. That's pretty much where we're getting a lot of nice bites. Man, that was tough. No wonder I can't get them. It's better. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday, my friends. If you get a chance, get out early tomorrow. It's supposed to be hot again in the central, that's Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, number of states like that. It's going to be pretty warm in the 90s. So get out early, get some exercise, get to enjoy the cool mornings. It still is getting pretty cool at night. I still wore my jacket for about a half hour when I got up this morning because it was the sun wasn't even up yet. Those lily pads, and then there's some fish swirling down here. It's just they're not really hitting anything. I don't get it. Plus, this heat is getting me folks bad. We need to find a shade spot. Where'd our worms go? Where'd I leave our worms? Oh, don't tell me I left them. I did. Crap, I left our worms all the way over here. I'll be right back. Out here for about an hour and a half. This stuff, and that's enough for me. Especially working around, you know, when you're down on the river fishing, you're just kind of sitting there. But when you're bass fishing and, you know, moving around, it's a lot more strain on your body, my friends. Well, we go over there. That's totally shaded, but I don't know how the bite is over there. Over here, we were getting bites. Assuming the shade is still over here, let's go back over here. Man, it's hot because I'm having trouble even holding on to the top of my scooter because my top of my scooter is black. And to boot, I had to go to the pharmacy today, and that's a heck of a lot of work dealing with all that crap, both mentally and physically. See, this looks really good on the left side, but I remember this is really shallow on the left side. That's only like 6-8 inches deep on that side. Now, it's deeper over there, which means, though, when trout season comes, a lot of them trout are going to sneak in there and just, they're going to love that hole. I'm not sure I can ride the scooter. I can try. The problem is I don't have any brakes. And that's the problem, we just don't have any brakes. Because my brake hand is on you guys. go like that, I gotta make sure I'm dealing with it okay. Alright, I think this will do. No brakes. Alright, we're back to our original spot down here. There's your sign for your limits down here. People don't notice this stuff. Let's see, attention anglers. Special catch and release trout fishing. Regulations apply. So basically means if you're fishing for trout in trout season, you gotta use artificials only. Catch and release during a certain length. November 1st through January 31st. Largemouth have to be 18 inches. Crappie 15 inches. Channel 4. No length limit. And all other species you can keep 10 in aggregate. So you can keep 10 bluegill and 4 channel catfish down here. That's a pretty good meal. I don't care who you are, that's a pretty good meal. Ow, stick got me. Alright. Hi folks. 22 people in, still awesome, and 82 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. I know this is a different type of feed. There was no way I was going to get down to the river, I'm afraid, today. And I've been trying to be consistent as I could with YouTube, which means I had to get out today, at least for a little while. Get out on the water, get some live feed time. I appreciate you guys staying in, coming in, you know, sharing me out, doing all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we still ain't in the shade down here either, but there's some shade behind us. So at least we can get in the shade over there. It just, when you start getting overheated, everything becomes just a little bit more difficult. Like getting your rods unwrapped and getting a tangle out and other crap. It's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, this is the spot we started, folks, so I think we should be doing better here. I'm a little close. Appreciate you guys staying in. I do, my friends. We're having a little trouble with our backup cell phone to be able to man that chat. I think there's just too many people out here with cell phones sucking up all the data, and my little 2G backup cell phone, it can't compete, I'm afraid. Right. Good. Someone just ran into something. That's pretty good. Let's get you guys back in the shade and we can check that chat. We got to keep going back further because the sun's setting in the wrong direction. All right. Let's see what's going on, my friends. Let's see. Rick says, bowling spooky. Let's see, red brick, bullfrog. Who's that bobber down there? See if I can read this chat. A little bit of a stain right there on the screen. Let's see, ever score 3,000? No, I have not, my friends. Let's see, a bullfrog says close once. Yeah, I've never come close. Let's see, roll call, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And see, Joshua's in the house. What's going on, Joshua? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of pond fishing, folks. A little bit different than my usual feeds. We've caught, let's see, one big long-eared sunfish, one big red-eared sunfish. We've also caught 2 nice channel catfish and a carp. Let's see, Gloria, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Danny and Mike, we see the scooter and not the water. I'm working on it, my friends. I'm trying here. Let's see, Jefferson, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I don't think there's any alligators in here. These lakes freeze over during the wintertime. Water gets like below about 8-10 degrees on the surface. They really can't survive down here. And their eggs really don't either. Let's see, Coffee, what's going on? Coffee Cake, thanks for coming in, my friend. Coffee says MVP. Let's see, 21 people in and 84 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get back to the fishing, my friend. This sun is just wearing us down, folks. Stuff is just wearing us down. That's kind of the angle that I should have been fishing on previously, but I was trying to get that right. All right, that's better. Well, I really should have brought some to drink today. Just threw it right the dang out. Crap. Yeah, like I said, when the heat starts getting to you, you start messing things up. About 90 degrees out here right now, folks. That wind's helping a little, but not a lot. We'll get back to kind of our old style of camera. Yeah, that straight face view is just, I know it's better for manning the chat because you can, especially when you take it off the tripod, you can kind of switch it around to be able to see the comments good. We're going to be fishing a new location Sunday. A friend of mine, Robert, we did some fishing yesterday down in my spot. He's going to be taking us up to West Alton, up by the Locken Dam. There's some big stripers up there, some walleye. Big fish down there, my friend. Yesterday with him, I think we caught 3 nice buffalo carp, a big common carp, a drum, and I believe, what is it, Robert, he also caught 1 big common carp. But I just did not have the time to go do that. By the time I'd have made it down there on the river, it'd have been 3 o'clock. And it had been dark by about halfway time I'd have been halfway through that feed. Medical helicopters going around here at Metropolitan Hospital down in Orange Hospital. see my scooter from right there, so we're good. Yeah, it seems like almost everything's turned off now. Let me put a little fresh worm on here. Maybe that'll help. I don't know if anything's going to help right now. Seems to kind of shut off completely. And it worm is just... If our worms had turned to mush out there in the sun, if they died, they're pretty much mud and pig now. I don't know, folks. We're giving it our all right now, but I don't know. Seems like everything's turned off. Wow. I got this thing right by the bank, and even the bluegills turned off right now. It's got so hot out here, dude. They don't want anything to do with coming up. Well, we did catch some good fish in the first part of the feed, that's for sure. So it's not like it was a wasted day, my friend. Try doing a little bass fishing down here, see if I can pull one of these guys, hit my old mini spinnerbait. All right, that looks pretty good. Down the top. got that one. Actually, I got a rock. Yep. Got a rock. All I had one. Oh well. I'm fried out here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to take it out here in this heat. Need something to drink bad. Rock. I'd like to at least make it down there to the end of this cove. Better bait. Hopefully I can get one more on here for you folks. Now I'm out here grinding, folks, trying to see if I can get some. Man, that sun is just bad. I really need something to drink. Alright, that's off angle, so I'm going to have to readjust you guys accordingly. Alright, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But I can't find anything down here. Another spot that just looks so good and probably other people are fishing it. Oh, we're way off camera, aren't we? Yeah, we're way off camera again, aren't we? It's be like that. I don't know why I keep doing that. Alright guys, I think that's about all of my energy I got for the day. With getting that prescription filled and getting down here to Barnes on my scooter and everything else. That's just about all the energy I got for today, my friends. Who did I miss in chat right now? Give a final shout out to everybody. Thanks, Red Brick, for coming in. I appreciate it. Les, my friend, thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Adam, thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And roll call, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, guys. Let's see, Mason, thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, 14 people in and 91 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this heat has just got to me, folks. With going to the pharmacy, riding my scooter all the way up the barn, just about a 20-mile run. I don't think I can do it anymore today. We've been in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Crap. Oh, what the heck? Let's give her another 20 minutes. Let's get her to the 3-hour mark. I can make it another 20 minutes. You what? One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bigger spinner bait on. Hang on, I'll try to get our equipment. I'm gonna fish for the last 20 minutes. I might as well use a big lure. A lot of you guys, the tripod to kind of slow me down, I can still ride my scooter. And tell you what, this guy hit our line. He was setting down there on the other rod. He was just sitting down there deep with it. Cool little green sunfish, folks. Yeah, that's our fifth species of the day. So a lot of different species today, my friends. Yeah, just a cool green sunfish, folks. That's gorgeous. Yeah, so far we've caught 2 channel catfish today, a carp. Let's see, a long-eared sunfish, a red-eared sunfish, and now a green sunfish. So this is our 5th species of the day, my friends. Let's look at this guy. All right, hook is out. One thing about them little wire hooks, it doesn't really hurt them. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe I should just stop and fish for worm. Be a little less work. Yeah, I really didn't plan for this trip. I just kind of grabbed my stuff and went. I had a lot of other crap going on. You guys probably heard about that in the feed earlier. I'll try to not talk about that anymore. We did get that stuff done. Did get that stuff done, my friend. That's what counts. I'm thinking maybe I just fished a dang worm. I just really wish I'd have brought something before we got here. To be honest, I didn't have the time to stop anywhere. I got up here to like 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock. After I've been to the pharmacy, and out here it was like after 1 o'clock. So I really did not have the time to do anything. We can last a few more minutes to make it to the 3-hour barrier. I haven't been forced to do any live feeds under 3 hours for quite a while. The last one was we were stuck in a thunderstorm, and about an hour and a half in, the feed died because the cell phone got so wet, it killed the cell phone. And good news is we did find some shade. Woo! I'm never gonna find that ladder. It's not my pockets. None of my pockets. The only other place it could be is in my tackle box. Yeah, that's seen in my tackle box, so I also left it somewhere. I hate losing lighters. Maybe these bluegill slow down quite a bit. Try to check that chat and see what's going on. Where my lenses go. Yeah, when I start forgetting stuff, dropping stuff, it's pushing the limits. 58-year-old man out here bass casting in 90+ degree temperatures. That's a new one, folks, right? Let's see, get this on an angle so I can read her. Let's see, Rafina, Mason. Mason says hi. Let's see, 17 people in. Let's see. 91 thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Rafina with the coffee. Let's see, Rafina says, yes, very good. They're trying to go into, in between you and Justin. I didn't even know Justin was on. Johnny Lamb, what's going on? Thank you for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Werewolf, I forgot. I did not see you. If you're still in chat, thank you for the donation, my friend. I appreciate it. A donation to PayPal. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did not see that until now. I'm sorry, the sun and the heat. I'm going to have to text you personally when we get home if you're not on feed. Let's see, Miss Rank Werewolf, keep on doing your stuff. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See a potential spam call. Yep, it's 93 degrees right now, folks. Tell you what, I want to put a bigger spinnerbait on this one rod. If I'm gonna cast this for the last, 15, 20 minutes, get by this 3-hour barrier, I want to make sure I've got something that's going to get a big bass. So what we're going to put on is one of Steve Turner, CrappieManJigs.com, one of his spinnerbaits. And I think we're just going to cast that without any kind of trailer. Because it seems like the bass, when you put a trailer on it right now, I've had at least 2 bass. One of them was pretty good size. I saw it come up. About 2.5, 3 pounds. And he come up and he grabbed the trailer of the friggin' bait. And I set the hook and there was nothing because he didn't have the hook in his mouth. I also had a channel hit that spinnerbait too. Same difference. He grabbed on the trailer. Also give us a little bit more weight. I can get a little bit more distance on our casts. This is a big old Colorado spinnerbait here, folks. Where's that bobber? Oh, I see it now. So we've definitely caught some fish today. We've caught 2 nice channel catfish, big long-eared sunfish, big red-eared sunfish, a carp, and a green sunfish. Not bad for a day that I had no time to get out and fish. You don't need a lot of fishing gear. You don't need a lot of this and that. All I had today was a packet of worms and my my cheap little tackle box with some of my favorite bass lures, all of my favorite bass lures. In fact, I don't have much in the way of fishing gear, I'm afraid. I got to be very accurate with this because I don't have my dang lighter. Left it down there somewhere. I think I've got a pretty good estimate of where it is, but man, it's gonna take forever to find out there. So I got to be very accurate in tying this hook. I can't have much of a tag in there. See, that's tough to do. So you get it exactly, so you don't put the tag in on it. All right, this is much bigger spinner. Put down a heck of a lot. Last. Yeah, we're just gonna cast down to that concrete thing, and I see if we can get a big one down here, or at least something to hit, right? This looks a pretty good angle. Yeah, I didn't have much in the way of time to fish today, so I kind of took the only real spot I could fish. And this lake has been redone recently, so A lot of your bass are going to be in here for gone. They restocked it pretty much, so not that many, to be honest. They don't have the money to restock a lake like this. Well, you can tell I'm overheated when I cast like that. Yeah. I didn't know Justin was on feed. I'll try to get the 3-hour mark. Get off here and go get something to drink. Get out of this heat. Not that bad though. One more spot, I think we can call it quits. Let's see, what do we have here? 2 hours 50. We got 5 minutes to go, my friends. And there's just a nice one I just spooked right by the bank. I mean, that was definitely a bass. That was definitely a bass, my friends. All right, just another 5 minutes. 5-hour barrier, 3-hour barrier, folks. Definitely have made it past 3 hours now. Get back down here in the shade and I can say our goodbyes for the evening and down here and get something to drink. Get out of here for a while. I'll get down to the river hopefully tomorrow. We'll do some river fishing. But I needed to get out on the water today because, you know, trying to be as consistent as possible with YouTube. I know it definitely helps. Let's see, 23 people still in. Awesome, folks. And we've broken the 100 barrier. Thank you guys, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a heck of a day, folks. A heck of a day. Thank you, guys. Let's see, George, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. George says hello. Let's see, fishing with... Let's see, fishing with, what's going on? Fishing with says hi. Let's see, California. California says yes, very good. All right, folks, let's see, our totals for today were one nice long-eared sunfish, one nice green sunfish, let's see, one nice red-eared sunfish, 2 nice channel, and a carp. Not bad for a day that I didn't even think I was going to get out fishing. Let's see, Breadbrick says, can I scroll between you and Thunderstruck fishing right now? You're fine, Red. I'm going to be getting off of here anyways. That way you can go over and check him out, my friends. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to add my old good luck. Stay safe. I hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. I got to get out of this heat and get something to drink. And yeah, it's kind of hot. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, enjoy your Friday. Bye.